It very well may be that in your work environment or your family or perhaps your circle of friends, you have this one person that annoys you to death. They get under your skin, they irritate the heck out of you. And a lot of times it's because they feel like on a pretty regular basis they have to express what an alpha they are. It doesn't matter whether they're male or female. They just need you to grasp the enormity of their importance and how well bred they are. It could be that they're irritated themselves because you haven't selected them as your leader. They don't understand that. Or perhaps they are in leadership and they're no less annoying for it. But the whole concept of alpha and beta, I can't stand anyway because there's so many fallacies associated with it. It's not my intent in this video to deconstruct what I believe is the myth of alpha and beta, but this is a short story that I think you're going to appreciate quite a bit. It's by James Thurber. James Thurber wrote The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but he's most well known for his short stories, and they're usually in the form of a fable. And fables are centered around animals, like Aesop's fables, right? And his are no different. But this is a very humorous story, so I hope that the next time you find yourself in the presence of an individual like this, that it'll give you a little chuckle rather than a pit in your stomach as you think about this story. So this is called Two Dogs by James Thurber. Enjoy it. One sultry, moonless night, a leopard escaped from a circus and slunk away into the shadows of a city. The chief of police dogs assigned the case a German shepherd named Plunger and a plainclothes bloodhound named Plod. Plod was a slow, methodical sleuth, but his uniformed partner was restless and impatient. Plod set the pace until Plunger snapped. "We couldn't catch a turtle this way," and bounded along the trail like a whippet. He got lost. When Plod found him half an hour later, the bloodhound said, "It is better to get somewhere slowly than nowhere fast." "Repose is for the buried," said the police dog. "I even chase cats in my dreams." "I don't," said the bloodhound. "Out of scent, out of mind." As they went along, each in his own way, through the moonlessness, they exchanged further observations on life. "He who hunts and turns away may live to hunt another day," commented Plod. "Runs away, you mean," sneered Plunger. "I never run," said the bloodhound. "It's no good trailing a cat when you're out of breath, especially if the cat isn't. I figured that out myself. They call it instinct." "I was taught to do what I do and not to do what I don't do," the police dog said. "They call it discipline. When I catch cats, cats stay caught," he added. "I don't catch them. I merely find out where they are," the bloodhound said quietly. The two dogs suddenly made out a great dark house looming in front of them at the end of a lane. "The trail ends right here, 20 feet from that window," the bloodhound said, sniffing a certain spot. "The leopard must have leaped into the house from here." The two dogs stared into the open window of the dark and silent house. "I was taught to jump through the open windows of dark houses," said Plunger. "I taught myself not to," said Plod. "I wouldn't grab that cat if I were you. I never grab a leopard unless it is a coat." But Plunger wasn't listening. "Here goes," he said jauntily, and he jumped through the window of the dark and silent house. Instantly, there was a racket that sounded to the keen ears of the bloodhound like a police dog being forcibly dressed in women's clothes by a leopard, and that is precisely what it was. All of a moment, Plunger, dressed in women's clothes from hat to shoes, with a pink parasol thrust under his collar, came hurtling out the window. "I had my knee on his chest, too," said the bewildered police dog plaintively. The old sleuth sighed. "He lasteth longest and liveth best, who gets not his knee on his quarry's chest," murmured Plod in cloudy English but fluent bloodhound. The moral? Who would avoid life's riotous laughter should not attain the thing he's after.